What's good, everybody? It is Sunday, August 20th, 2023, and it's hard to believe, but yes, we are exactly 3 weeks away from the first Sunday of the NFL season, and my crew is already getting into mid-season form. Look at what the Saturday crew did on 24 hours ago or so. Look at this, 9-3, but as we dig a little bit deeper, Danny Brasco was profitable at plus 210. Sugar Show. It is in full effect. He knocks out the champion, Aljamain Sterling, late last night. So that was plus 210. So really, when you look at it, I mean, that's about as good as you can get. Ken's Brooks, she's doing an amazing job. Amags continues. A lot of you in the chat talking about Amags and everybody else. Now, as we get closer to the NFL season, we need you to turn on your notifications right here on our incredible channel because there are 3 episodes that are live in your feed right now. We did them last week, but you still have a little bit of time. Player props, team totals, league exotics, we've got it all. You can also listen to the audio version as well. Now, with all that being said, you know on Sundays, I've been saying it for 3 freaking years. We don't take days off. We don't say we'll see you on Monday. We are here, and we have the absolute very best. Let's bring in the stars of the show. You know them. You love them. Look at, are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? Before I get to everybody else, though, see, I got to come right to you because we have, less than 20 minutes before there's a very important tee time. I believe you have a pick. Go.
Yeah, at 10:22 Eastern Standard Time, we've got Cam Davis teeing off with Emiliano Grillo, and I'm going to take Cam Davis here. So we're just going to rush this pick, right? Because we only have 20 minutes. Thank you, Coach. Cam Davis is minus 120. And the long and short of it is Cam Davis really has been better than Grillo. The problem is yesterday, Cam Davis had a horrific putter. Grillo's been good with the putter this entire season, which is actually very curious, but his ball striking's been a little off. Cam Davis is much better course fit. I expect the putter to rebound. I think we're getting a really good price here. Cam Davis minus 120 over Emiliano Grillo. Again, this tips off in now 19 minutes. So if you want to get it in now.
That is very true. That is very true. Well, I've got 3 other incredible names that I think on a Sunday they need an introduction. Propstarz, how was that prop show for you this week, sir?
It was excellent, Coach. Very fired up still. It's 24/7 in the lab here at Propstarz HQ.
Let's go. Sniper, what's good?
Not buckets taking drinks of water. That's just not at all. I can't believe you even went back to the well, man. I can't believe you tried that when you were on camera.
Buckets, your thoughts?
I had both hands on my glass the entire time.
You did on Friday, too. You had both hands on Friday. You know you watched the highlight.
Glad to be here.
Oh, my God, you too. Keep it up. I love it. Keep it coming. Now, I'm coming right back to the counselor because today it's a very interesting layout for the final round of the BMW Championship. Scotty Scheffler somehow doesn't play good, doesn't putt well, and yet he seems to always be in the mix. So here are the live odds currently. Scotty Scheffler plus 130. He's tied at the top with Matthew Fitzpatrick, who's been playing really good golf, even though he had his ball stepped on yesterday. That was funny. Brian Harman plus 600, your Open champion. Coming back, he says he feels very comfortable this week after an off week last week. And then Max Homa. Oh, talking about live betting and people screaming during his birdie putt. Hey, that's why we're here. And then Rory McIlroy kind of stubbed his toe a little. Yesterday was 67, but he's 3 back to start the day at plus 900. Counselor, with these odds, where are we going?
Yeah, this is a really impressive board here, but I got to tell you, I'm going straight buckets here with somebody who's just below the 5 of these guys. His name is Viktor Hovland. He's off the board. He's plus 1,400. He's only a few shots back. This guy can get red hot. And if the putter matches the ball striking, which it hasn't lately, particularly on Sundays, this guy can absolutely win it, especially with Scotty Scheffler at the top. Listen, he is awesome. He's probably the best in the world. Rory and guys like Ron might have something to say about that. But the long and short of it is the putter can get hot for him, I guess, but it can absolutely get cold, and that frustration can mount on a Sunday afternoon. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if Viktor Hovland gets himself into this conversation down the stretch.
Viktor Hovland. Place that bet live. Thank you, Counselor, very much. So I'm going to play Viktor Hovland, but I also already this morning played Rory McIlroy. You got to understand, when you get to Sundays, things just change. That's why you play 72 holes. And there are certain players that can handle the pressure, and there are certain players that cannot handle the pressure. I believe Rory McIlroy is more fired up and more motivated than he's ever been in his entire career. Will he catch them today? I don't know. But at plus 900, I'm willing to find out. All right, now, as many of you know, we are starting to get our schedules going. And I encourage you to download the CBS Sports app. There is preparation that you need to do before the NFL season because our crew, I just had a call on Friday. We're going to be everywhere, including here.
Get breaking news.
Big news coming out of the NFL today.
Highlights and instant reaction.
The largest final round comeback in Ford Championship history. We're down to the Final Four.
I just want to take time to analyze greatness.
Talk winners and losers with a guy who's already a big winner.
CBS Sports HQ. It's all sports all day long.
Well, looky who's in the chat. He's up early today. Our 5-tool player, AB. You have any questions for AB? He's been red hot lately. And there was somebody in the chat, by the way, that was complaining about the pictures that AB uses and using the word ridiculous. The fact that you would take the time to write that is ridiculous. Don't complain about winning tickets. Just cash them. Pictures. Now, speaking of pictures, let's show a picture of the schedule today on CBS Sports HQ. Because look at this. In less than 2 hours, the counselor, Emory Hunt, and the sniper are going to be live on HQ. Sniper, what are we talking about today?
I have about 16 plays for Major League Baseball, so it will be a lot of baseball discussion, to say the least.
Oh, very, very good.
And there will be some foreshadowing on the show, and you know I love that.
Sniper loves foreshadowing. That's your favorite thing. Thing. Sia, what are you talking about today on HQ?
Yeah, it's going to be baseball. I think I'm going to be on with Sniper pretty much the
nice.
entire time talking about this slate. So I see Emory Hunt's on there doing football. Maybe I'll try to sneak onto that segment as well because I love me some Emory Hunt and I love me some NFL, but it's going to be largely baseball for me.
All right, very, very good. Lori in the chat says, complaining about AB, block them. AB is awesome. Lori, you're awesome for writing that. All right. By the way, every Friday you can get an HQ segment with my man Buckets. I played Aston Villa this morning, just so you all know. I didn't put it out. It's a personal play. Oh, at halftime it's 2-0. Hashtag next level soccer capper. Now, I can't believe we have to do this, but it's time to play Pick the Prop. And unfortunately, you guys know how we do it. Here are the top 5, according to the model at SportsLine. Kyle Schwarber, who just hit a bomb 2 nights ago. Crazy. Luis Robert, Aaron Judge, Matt Olson, and Yordan Alvarez. Now, Buckets. This is how we play. Whoever has the best days gets to go first. And a couple of days ago, you hit this not once, but twice in the same game. I couldn't believe it. I was doing something else. And there it comes. That notification. Ding. Jorge Soler hits a home run. And it drives Sniper crazy. So, Buckets, you get to go first today. Where are we going the yard?
Oh, that sounds fair to me, Coach. And to be honest with you, I didn't even read the names that were on that board because you know dang well that we're not going to be staying on that board. I'm going off once again, but I'm not going to my usual suspect here, Jorge Soler, because again, I'm doing my research. He doesn't play today, so we can't go for Jorge Soler. But what we can do is we can celebrate together. Because this weekend, my beloved Bayern Munich won 4-0 against Werder Bremen. So I went out to the bars to celebrate, and I had myself not 1, but 2 Jack Sawinski mixed drinks, Coach. So we're going back to Jack Sawinski, anytime home run hitter at plus 425. And I will see all of you at the pay window.
Oh, man. What can you do? He's like a runaway train. Somebody in the chat this morning says, Buckets is the gift that keeps on giving. We agree. Yeah. So, Sniper, I'm coming to you after that very, very eloquent take on his pick today. Where are you going?
I'm going to go with my fellow Hoosier, Kyle Schwarber. Trevor Williams of the Nationals on the hill against Schwarber and the Phillies. No one in Major League Baseball has faced Trevor Williams more than Kyle Schwarber, and you know I love that familiarity. Schwarber is actually 12 for 40, which is a 300 average, math majors. 6 home runs against Trevor Williams in those 40 at-bats. Williams has allowed 28 home runs this season and only 117 and 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 3 home runs in each of his last 2 starts. I love Kyle Schwarber.
How about yesterday? I had a bunch of people tweet at me. If you had the under in the Phillies game yesterday, it was 3-0 in the 7th inning. And then the Phillies scored 12 runs in the last 3. Welcome to unders. That's why I hate them. Proppy, nobody has taught me more that there are more ways to hit an under than there are an over. Now, that's football that we normally talk about. Baseball, it happens too. But this is about home runs. Where are you going?
Coach, I'm going to go with Aaron Judge. This may be a prelude to my pick coming up here shortly, but I like Judge's chances to go yard today. Facing potentially a lot of Nick Pivetta, even though he's not getting the start. He's expected to pitch the bulk of the innings in the Yankees-Red Sox game. Judge has 2 home runs in his career facing Nick Pivetta. I'll take a shot on the Yankees, who I think are going to maybe snap their 7-game losing streak today.
It's bad in New York right now. It is bad in New York. Proppy, thank you very much. Counselor, where are you headed?
We're going to go to the longest odds here. Yordan Alvarez at plus 300 against Emerson Hancock. I actually expect some runs in this game. That might be the subject matter of some of the stuff I'll talk about on HQ today. I really like the matchup, though. Emerson Hancock got absolutely rocked his last time out. So Yordan, you're gone, plus 300.
All right. Very, very good. Oh, and I notice in the chat, whenever Sniper's coming at somebody, I'm here for it. I am here for it. You think I'm nasty? You think I'm got my finger on the block button? I don't even compare to the Sniper. Stop it. Just stop. We're positive today. All right. Now, this is Sunday brunch for a reason. We come here to start our Sundays in a positive fashion, but also on Saturdays coming up very, very, very soon, we will also be even more busy.
Fight for something. First play of the game to the last play of the game. 1, 2, 3.
And we got 2 of the hottest conferences. This is big-time college ball.
They're going to come. We're going to come.
2 big boys getting ready to play.
Big, being the operative word here.
And here they come.
I can't even believe that we get the Big Ten and the SEC here at CBS. I can't even believe it, but we do. By the way, a man who's going to be a big part of our football coverage this fall is Danny Brasco. Shout out to him in the chat. Say, great job, Danny, on the sugar pick last night. You have any questions? MMA, football, baseball? Ask him. He's in the chat. He will answer them in real time. While you are doing that, can you please hit that like button for me? I don't have to keep telling you. When you come in, hit the like button and then keep on talking. That's what we do. All right. Now, buckets. I'm staring at one pick. And even though I've made a couple personal picks today, I'm going to relinquish the soccer capping to you. And I know at 1 p.m. Eastern time today that there is a very important game with a team that is also the same name as a very popular vacation destination. Were you aware of that?
I don't know which team you're talking about, so not entirely, Coach.
You only have one pick today.
Right. I don't know if you're talking about the home team or the away team, though, for their name.
Just go. Just go.
All right, we're going with AS Monaco versus Racing Strasbourg. No idea which one's a vacation spot, but that doesn't matter because we're backing Monaco to have a couple of goals here. We are looking at League. Oh, Coach, with this beautiful, beautiful game. And what we're doing on this one is taking Monaco over 1.5 team total because this is a league and this is 2 teams that does not care about defense in the slightest. Monaco opened up their League season taking on Clermont Foot, there we go, in which they won 4-2 last week in a game to which it could have very well have been 8-5. I mean, neither team even pretended to play a little bit of defense, but that seems to be Monaco's game plan moving forward. Is just score as many goals as we can and hope that it'll make the difference here. They're taking on a Racing Strasbourg side that had one of the worst defenses in all of Ligue 1 last season and does not look much better this season. So take Monaco over 1.5 team total at -130.
Danny Brasco in the chat says, me and Buckets will be in a Lambo pulling up to the Monaco casinos soon enough. Are you serious? You've never heard of the Monaco Grand Prix? You've never heard of that?
I haven't heard of Grand Prix, so I don't think the Monaco part matters.
TJ Parker says, educate and entertain. And boy, does Buckets know how. It's just like the show stops. Buckets, thank you very much. I'll still cash that ticket. So, Sia Nejad, we already got your golf pick, which starts now in officially 7 minutes. If you weren't here at the top of the show, that's your loss. Where else are you going today, Counselor?
Indeed. We are going not to a first five, actually. I didn't want to force a first five today because there wasn't anything I love. Granted, usually when I force them, those win too. I'm going with a prop here. I'm going with Max Scherzer, actually, to record a win at -120. They're hosting the Milwaukee Brewers, and they're fearing a series sweep here, which I don't think is going to happen. I think Texas is going to win. I just don't want to take the Texas first five because the juice is prohibitive. Game line, juice is prohibitive. Scherzer's been really good since joining the Rangers. He's been good even before the Rangers. He's gone 7 innings or more in 4 of his last 6, and he was absolutely dominant his last time out. On the Brewer side of things, it's Hauser, who really hasn't been that impressive lately. He's had an okay season, but not that impressive lately. And against this Texas Rangers lineup, I expect him to get banged up pretty good. So give me Max Scherzer, who's probably going to go deep into the game like he's been going 6, maybe 7 innings to record a win at -120.
I watched his entire last outing, and he's got that old Max Scherzer look on his face. Now. Got out of New York, right? And now he's playing for a team that is very, very good and should do some damage in the playoffs. I mean, that motivates a player. That factors in to sports betting. We talk about it all the time. Counselor loved that play. Now, as we were talking and you were giving your take, Aston Villa scored again, 3-0. Next level capping. Now, I'm looking at my notes. And I feel like today, just because a few of you are being a little negative, maybe had a bad weekend, that we need to have Sniper in the final spot. And if you've noticed, Alex lately, Proppy 3 times, has been very, very laser focused. And you might be wondering why. Well, did I mention we are 3 weeks away from the first Sunday of NFL football and that the man won't even answer his phone, won't even return a text because he's in the lab 24/7? But he has not lost focus on his baseball plays. Proppy, you're up.
All right, Coach. Yeah, I'm going to take a shot at the Yankees money line here. Coming off 7 losses, it's obviously tough sledding in New York, on the verge of potentially being swept by the Red Sox here. I think they're going to finally snap the skid. A lot of talk about the team meeting that took place yesterday. I know they lost with Garrett Cole on the mound, but I think they bounced back today. Josh Wiskowski getting the start for the Red Sox, likely to be relieved early by Nick Pivetta, who's going to pitch the bulk of the innings. The Yankees have had great historical success against Pivetta. So I think the bats are going to come out super aggressive. I think they're going to finally end this losing streak. I like them at close to even odds. So yeah, I'm going to take a shot on the Yankees money line today.
Boy, doesn't it seem like so long ago the Red Sox-Yankees rivalry was the best in baseball? And now both teams are just kind of blah. Now, this man is far from blah. He always brings us strong. Even when you drive him nuts, Japan in the chat says, where did you find this guy when you're talking about buckets? Sniper asks me that all the time until he gets ready for his picks. All right, Sniper, Maestro spot, it's yours. Go.
Okay, first up, I am going to go to Oakland. Obviously not on the A's. We're not going to pick the A's. We're going to go to the team they're playing, which I have done often this year. The Orioles at Oakland. Adley Rutschman over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs. One of my favorite props. He has 8 multi-hit games out of 17 in August versus left-handed pitching this year, hitting .309 with a .423 on base, .496 slug. Yes, I said slug in honor of you, Sia. I know you love that.
Thank you.
And he's 2 for 5 with a home run against JP Sears, Oakland starter. I don't think that Sears is going to be in the game that long, maybe about 5 innings or so. Then the terrible A's bullpen will take over. So a lot of love for the Rutschman props today. Then I'm going to go to, in honor of AB, the 5-tool player in the chat, I'm going to go to the Braves. And it's funny. It's like I see so many of AB's picks. And almost every day he has like 3 or 4 Braves on there. And you might say, why? Why does he only pick the Braves? Well, because they hit. They hit almost every day. And since AB's not on the show, I was like, you know what? We need a Braves play. So I'm going to go Eddie Rosario over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs. In his last 9 games, Eddie Rosario is hitting .424 with an .818 slug. In that time, 14 hits, 7 runs, 13 RBIs. Last 9 games, 13 RBIs. Facing Jacob Junis of the Giants. Rosario's 8 for 25 in his career against Junis with a home run and 5 RBIs. Love Eddie Rosario right now. He's so locked in. And again, I got to keep the AB synergy going with the Braves.
Hey, the respect. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. And if you are new to this brand, AB is Alan Bell, a 5-tool player, as the sniper just said. But everybody you see on the screen, you can get their picks a full hour before the show starts. And we're continually working on the site, so it is primed and ready for everything. But if you're not a member yet, I'm going to do you a solid right here and right now. I'm going to give you 60% off your first 3 months. Why 3 months? Because we want to get you deep into the NFL season. We want you to experience everything that we are about at SportsLine and the Early Edge. So use that promo code COACH, get 60% off. And then in November, I expect a tweet just simply saying, thank you, Coach, and let's move it on down the road. So with all that being said, grab your paper, grab your pencil. Here's a recap, courtesy of the Snake, always on the ones and the twos. Sniper. Rushman, over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, minus 135. Eddie Rosario, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, minus 120. Buckets. This game starts at 1 p.m. Eastern time. Monaco. Team total over 1.5, minus 130. Then the counselor. You're going to get Cam Davis in. It's too late, big boys. Over Emiliano Grillo. We'll keep an eye on that one. And then Max Scherzer to record a win. I love it at minus 120. He now pitches for the Rangers. Don't look at the Mets game. And then Proppy. Yankees money line minus 118. I cannot wait for the next 3 weeks to get going. Now, I think we've answered all the questions. I feel really good today. Hopefully you feel really good today. I want you to pay it forward. If you have anything nice to say to anybody, let's try it. We're getting to the end of August, and here in Southern California, and what just happened in Maui reminds us that you just never know. So let's keep it positive. Let's stay together. And let's remember, there's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these Sunday brunch tickets straight to the pay window. For my entire crew, Lembo, Buckets, Proppy, Counselor, Sniper, and the Snake, always on the ones and twos. And how about AB and Danny Brasco getting up for us today and in the chat, answer your questions in real time. That's exactly what we do. 7 strong on a Sunday morning. Who else is doing that? I will tell you, nobody. We grind for you so we can win with you. It's what we're all about every single day. Right here on the Early Edge. Good luck.